So sometimes a cologne is so incredibly famous and infamous that it just goes on and on and on and on. Very similar to kind of like what Cool Water did, what the original Jean Paul Gaultier Lamal did. And I'm sure that this video is probably going to get two different views on it because a lot of times when I do something and review something that has been around for a really long time. People already know what it is. They already have the experience with it. But I think that there's certain colognes that some of the younger generations, like my son, he's 14 and he's probably got a much greater knowledge than a lot of people do. But when he first experienced Acqua di Gio by Armani, this is I believe, the original. There's a lot of different flankers for this now, but Acqua di Gio is such a classic cologne that the people that wore it 20 years ago at the club and probably maybe are still wearing this for their special occasions or their date nights. I think that it does deserve exposure to the kids that are like my son's age, that 14, 18, 19-year-old stage, those teenager boys, because it's a very timeless cologne that pretty much anybody can wear. It is a very fresh cologne. Let's see what the notes are here. Notes Aqua de Jo. So the notes. Sorry, I should have had this pulled up. The top notes are lime, lemon, bergamot, jasmine, orange, mandarin orange, and neroli. Well, it's got a lot. Middle notes are C notes, jasmine, cologne, Calone, rosemary, peach, freesia, hyacinth, um, cyclamen, violet, coriander, rose, nutmeg, migonetti, white musk, cedar, oak moss, patchouli, amber are the base notes. Essentially the I wouldn't say the original freshie. I would say the original freshie is probably green Irish tweed. Then after that, really, it's done by part of the same designers. Would be Cool Water. Cool Water would be a lot more mainstream because it was a lot less expensive. A lot of people could wear it. Cool Water was I'm going to do one on Cool Water as well, but Cool Water was one of the original super hot colognes. I'd probably there's probably been 7,000 people that have already watched this saying, "Oh yeah, my dad used to wear that," or most people have had some kind of experience with Cool Water. This is kind of in that same category, but this would then come like second or third at Green Irish Tweed, Cool Water, and then it would be like Aqua de Jo, and they kind of like are just one of those clones that they just stay around forever. Um, let's see. It is a Dijon. It's one of the things that it's one of those clones that I think Armani does a really good job of giving you really, really good colognes with the security that it's probably done properly because it's done by like within regulations at a very good price, especially something like this. Even like their new stuff, it's still good. But you could get Aqua di Gio for 130 up to $130. You could get it as low as 62.39, 44.95. It's really become a lot. It's one of those ones that's just been around for like a really long time. So it's still super popular, but you can get it, for a really good price. I'm trying to find Jama Shop's price on it. 110.19. Let's see, for 6.7. So I think this is a 6.7 bottle. So this is the really big one, which is a really good deal. I've had this cologne actually for 5, 6 years ago. Funny story. My ex-wife had bought me this, thinking this was the cologne that I liked, and I think it was one of her other boyfriends that really liked it. And again, for me, Aqua di Gio is just really kind of like not my thing. I think it's a fantastic cologne, but I think that it's been so worn by so many people that I don't know. It just wasn't my DNA. Again, I was all about the I like a lot of different ones, but this isn't something that I reach for a lot. Um, it's very good though. It's very good. It just like it brings back memories of like Lucas Reiner. I can't even say he. Yeah, it's bringing back like memories of like when I was in high school. But I think that if you're younger and you're just getting into clones and you haven't heard of Aqua di Gio, I'd really check this out because I think that this would be a clone that that you would probably really really like about it. If it hasn't been, if you haven't had that talk with your dad, like, oh, okay, I'm ready for my first clone, dad, and he goes, you got it, boy, and he goes out and he gets you like a bottle of Aqua di Gio. It's just it's very good. It's very fresh. It's very clean. It's very mass appealing. I think that it would bring back a lot of positive like memories for like a lot of people that when they do smell it. Although it's going to be a clone that pretty much everybody had probably has had exposure to, and has, if you like clones, has probably owned it once or twice in your life. It was funny on one of the Reddit comments recently. I saw this he had to have been younger, but he was like, I'm going out, what did he say, I'm going out and I'm two-man in it, and this is the scent of the night or something like that, we're gonna get the ladies. And it was so funny because the older guys, I had to be explained to it too. I was like, what is two-manning it? It's like they're going out as wingmans, kind of hitting on chicks. But this was the one that he was talking about, and like it was a mixture of like a lot of other people going like, bro, I used to wear that in high school, everybody knows who that is, to like just these fond memories, like, oh my god, I used to wear that, and this is the one I wore to the club every single night. But again, like I said, if you have not checked out Aqua di Gio, I would definitely check out Aqua di Gio, especially if you're in the younger category. Um, just to run through the list, where did I get it? This is a gift. I got it from my ex-wife, who I think thought she was thinking of her ex-boyfriend's taste. Test the click. There's really nothing too exciting. This is a plastic cap. It looks metal, but it's just plastic. Spray the atomizer. We did do that. We could do that again real quick. Nothing too crazy. I want to get my mic screwed up here. Rate the quality of the bottle. It's okay. I mean, again, Armani doesn't do like the most amazing bottles. A lot of times they're very simplistic in how they do things, but it sort of like gets what you need done. It's almost a utilitarian thing. Um, it's cool. There's nothing crazy fancy about it. The box, I've had this for so long that I think I threw the box out when I first started getting back into clones years ago. I had this. The one thing I did make a mistake on though is I did this one and a couple other ones as well. I had it left in the bathroom, so I'm not sure if I ruined it or not, or I'm not really sure to tell you the truth about it. Might just be a little bit older, but it's okay. I don't know if I like the projection and the longevity are really there. I think this is one of those clones that it's going to be there like very powerful and very strong for maybe like an hour, and then after that it's going to settle down. So if you want something like this, then I would probably suggest just a little like decanter, like something you can carry around with, and they sell them super cheap. You can buy like 25 of them for like $15 of these 5 ml ones that are like almost perfect, or I've got a 10 ml one if I go out for a little bit longer that night. But it's fantastic. I think it would be great. You could keep spraying it the whole night. Would I buy it again? Again, this is not my scent. I would not buy this one again. I think that if you're going to have a cologne collection, it's nice for me, guys like my age, to have those originals. The Aqua di Gio, the Dracar, the Cool Water, the Curve. These things I really don't reach for, but I was like, I gotta have these in my cologne because those are like the ones that when I was going out two men and I would wear stuff like that, especially the Jean Paul Gaultier. If it's dupe, it's not a dupe, but I buy the original. I think this is, like I said, that you could buy this for 110.19 for a 6.7 ounce bottle of it that'll last you forever. You could get a 3.4 ounce bottle of it. I'm sorry, 3.3 ounce bottle of it for like 66.49. Probably get a fresh batch of it as well. You can go into pretty much anywhere and buy this. Heck, you could probably, I don't know if that's true or not, but you could probably get it at like you have like a store. You could probably, I don't know if you could get it from Walmart. I don't think you get it from Walmart, but you could very easily go to like a Macy's or like something like that, a Sephora, and get this no problem. Is it a safe blind buy? This is Freshie. I would say yes. The Freshies a lot of times are the easiest colognes to light because they're very clean and they're very fresh and they appeal to our like human attraction level, meaning that We're always looking for something that makes us like smell clean, because if we smell clean, then we're more likely to make a good mate, and if we make a good mate, then we'll be a good life partner. It goes throughout that stuff. But this is one of those things. I think it's very like mass appealing. I think that there's probably a lot of guys in your life that already do have this or do really like this. But again, the main intention for this video is I'm covering everything that I have in my collection, and at the same time, I think it's something that needs to be talked about. It's an homage to that, and yeah, I mean, I think that'd be great for any young man between the ages of, however, when you start wearing cologne, 10, 12, up to 22, 25, that has not smelled this. I think you should get your nose on it. I think you'll love it and you'll want to wear it. Again, the only problem is that there's going to be a lot of people that have worn that. Does it live up to the hype? This thing, and when they talk about hype, I think that like cologne hype would have a picture of Armani Acqua di Gio, because it's still being hyped by a lot of the people that have like really good experiences with it. So again, it's just not my signature scent. I think that there's so many better freshies out there. Like a YSL I think that blows this thing out of the water, and it's sort of that same category. It's probably very close to that same category. But again, I think that it's going to be a very popular clone. There's probably been many people already that have been insulted during this video, like that's the best clone in the entire world, bro. Is it top 10 or top 5 worthy? This has been, it is not for me, but I can tell you that this has probably been 80% of the men out there between the ages of, I don't know, give or take, like right now, like 45, like 20 years ago, this would have been probably 80% of the guys out there, their signature scents. This, or again, like the Curve, Cool Water, Tommy was a really big one. I've got Tommy. I'm going to do that one as well. I probably want to like do these individually and then just do like the 90s bangers together. Price versus value. Again, I think that Armani does a great job of like pricing things out, giving everybody the chance to sort of, enjoy those things. I just did Stronger With You Intensely not too long ago, and I think that that's just like an absolute masterpiece. And when you have like YSLs and you have, Burberrys and stuff like that going over the $200 mark for designer, it's just pushing the niches even higher. It's kind of screwing everything up, and then it's just like, you know, it's nice to have a very good cologne that you don't have to spend an entire paycheck on, kind of thing. And then sort of kind of getting close to that. That's why the dupes are nice, because it's giving you, there's really kind of competing with that and giving them the alternative to still have a really good cologne and not have to pay so much for it. When to wear this is definitely a summer fragrance. I think you could wear this pretty much anything you want to be. It's a great date night cologne. You could there's probably like definitely like a summer cologne. This is where it's going to shine, is in the summer. Where can you wear this? I think this is definitely like a date night cologne. But I think that if you didn't put a ton of sprays on, you could definitely wear this to office. It's probably not as office friendly, just because it's more of this is a very clubbish, like club going out, perfume, parfum. Who's it for? I think this is literally for it's definitely a masculine. So it's probably gonna be for a male, but this could be worn. I'm sorry, this literally could be worn for anybody. For the 10th time on this video, I hate that I do that. I always do it, but it's definitely, if you are within the ages of 12 to 22, 24, 25, and you have not smelled this, you would really like this. And I think that this is like an opportunity to sort of bring this to your generation as well, and you'd really like it. Final score 1 out of 10. I think it's a great clone. I think I'm being very hard on it, but I'd get up for like a. I'm not even gonna. I give it like a 5-6. That's just like my opinion. People are probably. I'm deleting it. I'm unsubscribing right now, but it's just not for me. I think there's just so many other great ones out there, but I think it is a fantastic clone. I've had it for 5+ years. I've used pretty much half the bottle, but my son really likes this. That's who's really wearing this a lot right now. As a fun fact or a side note, the Club de Nuit matches very well with this. If you do like the base of a Club de Nuit and then you spray this on top of it, the mixture of the two is like, it's very, very, very good. Should you buy it or should you skip it? Again, I think that if you are looking for a freshie, you don't have whether you have a ton of experience or you don't have any experience at all, I think that you would absolutely love this clone. Yeah, you could, like I said, you could go in there very easily, probably even get a tester, from somewhere. They used to give the testers out all the time for free, but they're not really doing that since COVID. Everybody just wants to charge so much more for it, and then get rid of any of the special stuff, but like the special perks. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that helps. If you guys are still watching it, as always, I love you guys. Hopefully that gives you a chance to see what it would be like to own it. And yeah, thanks for watching. You guys are the best. Hope you have the best day of your life. Thanks. Bye.